Okay, we are already live. Good morning, guys. I'm testing this because I'm probably being live now on my laptop, and I haven't done that before. So sorry, not on the beach. No, it's a little bit cloudy. So today the beach is closed. I think on Monday. What is it today? Yeah, it is Monday. Let me see. What can I do with this? Because now I'm streaming live from this beautiful platform OBS. So can you let me know if the sound and everything is okay? Is the sound good? Is the sound bad? I'm gonna try to do the stream with this stuff over here. Let me see um, if how it works, because then maybe I can share some charts, some news, all that stuff, and maybe I can even share this beautiful referral link to Bybit. I don't even know if it works. So let me see. The sound is soft. Maybe that's because I'm talking to a mic. Can I do something about that as well? Oh shit, that also works. Sound is good, sound is good. Is it not cracky, nothing? All good? To be or not to be? Yes, that's a beautiful t-shirt, guys. Sound and image is better. Okay, I'm gonna pause the video, so probably it's all working. I can, I think, do it all from this beautiful part over here in my OBS. Again, first time that I'm doing this, so I'm gonna, of course, start over, because how do we start? We start with good morning, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this YouTube video. Welcome to the Bitcoin Family YouTube channel for the newcomers. My name is Didi. Yes, I'm streaming this video. I'm also checking your text. So whenever you have any questions, just ask the questions and I will reply to the AMA. We should be looking, of course, at the Bitcoin price a little bit, because the price is, yeah, it's like 19,000. It's very boring. Yeah, it's nothing special at the moment. Maybe I can open some charts. Let me see if that works over here. Bam. Um, we can check the charts. Yeah, this is for example, the 4 hour chart, guys. On the 4 hour chart, we of course see that my face is completely on the wrong place. Now it's on the good place. On this 4 hour chart, we can see again the Bam Bam indicator calling along over there. Was this a very good long? I don't know. It was in the mid of the channel. It was a very tight channel over there. Of course, it still was a profitable long. If you have taken would have taken the profit, still you could be in the long, as we are still above that yellow stepping line, and there is still a lot of greenish here on the bottom, you can see. So, and you can also see here the white line. We are still going sideways with it, but we can go up from that level again. So it could have been a nice long. I didn't take it, I wasn't there. But mostly when you see a long flag combined with a purple triangle, that means a shitload of volume. So that means take that long. You know, it's a 4 hour chart, so you need to be like a little bit patient to see the results. If we look at the 15-minute chart and the indicator, for example, we can see the same. You know, we are trying to create a long over here. This is what you see in the 15-minute channel. There's a warning. There will be a long, but there's a shitload of blue, so we don't take the long. The white line is still going down, that we don't need. We need the white line to pump up, and we need the blue line to go above that white line, and we need this to become completely green, a candle to close above the stepping line, and that is when we take that long. So it's a triple confirmation. Hope that is all clear to you guys. Now, that works really well, man. Bam. And then my face is back on the screen again, and that's all live. Technology, technology. So, can I still read your chats as well? Because, yes, there are still chats. Um, the sound is not good. Okay, let me test this, guys. Yeah. Is the sound better like this? Just let me know. Let me know if the sounds improve, because then I continue. If not, I need to figure something out for the sound. Is the sound louder now? Is it better now? Test, test, 1, 2, 3. Test, test, 1, 2, 3. Test, test, 1, 2, 3. Your volume has to be a little up. My volume is completely up. I took away now. Okay, maybe I can do something here in the studio. Ah, 1 second. Test, 1, 2, 3, test, test. Is this better? I think this is way better now. Okay, I'm gonna blow up your speakers now, probably by talking like this. Did that? Is that the change that we needed? 1, 2, 3. Yes, I just, I just pulled up. I just pulled up the volume. I'm gonna try again with the headset now, like this. Let me see. Is this a better sound? Does my voice sound a little bit sexy now or not? Let me know. Yeah, now I have maximum sound in my OBS, so I can't put it any louder. Maybe when I shout. I don't want to shout all night because then my voice will lose. Uh, I just blew you away just a little bit better, Stephen. You're a perfectionist. Now I'm gonna say good morning again, guys. Good morning, all. Good morning, Peter. Good morning, Eric. Good morning, all of you. Hope you are enjoying it. Maybe you should put your sound a little bit louder, um, but let me know. Better or not? It's good now. Okay, yeah, it's the first time, guys, that I'm doing this, so that's why you know, first time streaming through this OBS stuff. But really cool. Look, I can make magic, bam, and I can make magic on, bam, and I can tell you guys that I want to see charts somewhere. If I want to see charts, now I see my own face. I need to practice a little bit better. But we were talking about that 15-minute chart, and on that 15-minute chart, indeed, we had some beautiful calls. Also, in the past, the calls were really nice on that chart. It depends on what time frame you want to trade, guys. Do you have time to trade the 15 minutes? Like this short over there, this was of course a beautiful short. You just see how it all adds up. Also, when it goes about the short, we see a flag, which is a warning. We see some triangles, double warnings, but there is still a lot of green, not taking it. The candles here are down below the yellow stepping line, and that is where the yellow and the blue takes over. And when the blue line is below it, and we are going down. So for me, that would have been a perfect trade, perfect combination, and that would have taken profit till somewhere about here. So there was a 1.3% profit without leverage. With leverage could be 13% profit in the 15-minute chart. Be aware that there's a couple of hours trade, so you need to attend the chart for those hours because we can go up earlier. So that is how you treat that stuff. I'm gonna look into what you guys are chatting about, and so I can answer your questions. You see nothing change. Yes, thanks. Better or not? Yes, we see nothing here. Now, guys, let me know. Is there any news that you want to talk about? Is there any questions that you have? Is there anything on this beautiful Monday that you want to discuss? What I am doing today, I'm just testing how it works with OBS. I'm testing this stuff. I'm testing if you can see everything, like can I still move, and I show you a little bit where I am at the moment and all this stuff. Like it's a laptop that I'm working with now, so I prefer the mobile. It's more flexible, but sometimes when I will want to do the charts in the future, I want to be able to do it with my OBS laptop as well. So it seems to be working pretty well, guys. Can I also show you the images? I think I can even show you images. Let me see. What do you see at the moment? Yes, you see the images now. Also good. That is also tested. Yeah. I won't share the dirty images today. I will keep it very clean, because maybe there's families watching and we can't have the dirty images now. So that's what I do here. Look, beautiful image. I talked about this week already. The bear market. What is the bear market? It's a pinkish area, of course, and we can see how long bear markets took. This one is now the average of those two. the thing that we need to wait for is the blue line crossing above that red line again. We are not even close, so this bear market can continue a little bit more sideways. Just like you saw here when we had the bottom, look, we went sideways. These are monthly candles for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. 9 months sideways. That was 9 months of boring, boring, boring shit. Here, the last bull bear market, when we had the bottom, we only went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months sideways before that small pump, and we returned back again here to the 3K. You know, there was the 3 to 14K pump in this area. So that was also 6 months of sideways. So now, in my opinion, this should be the bottom, and now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 months of sideways. So even if we go 6 months, it's another 2 months, and if we go like this amount of candles sideways, we can even go a year sideways. That's how boring the market is. Can't change it. That's how it is. Hopefully you can all understand and see all these images and everything. The strange thing is we have less viewers, only 63. Normally we are around 200 viewers. So that is all dependent. Maybe that also has to do with OBS. I don't know. I will check later. Do we have more images? This one is beautiful. And that we saw that we now have indeed no empty blocks anymore. So the adoption is growing, which we can see also in the Bitcoin ATMs in the United States. That is growing very steeply at the moment, guys. Every month there are more ATMs in the market. It's like almost 63,000 ATMs now in the United States. I think it's growing all over the world. So all of the adoption, the fundamentals of Bitcoin is okay, and the charts are also okay, guys. Look, if you look at the CAGR of the 50% line, so the return 50% every year, it's perfectly in line. And yes, we are near these bottom lines, but there will be a moment we will be acting above the halving price regression line again, and we will visit these top lines. And these top lines can be 100K, and in the far future we can even be around the 1 million. And I still believe in this. I don't see us going down here. I see us just moving up, but moving up slowly here. They're building next to my house, so that's why you hear a shit load of sounds on the background, guys. And that same counts for this chart, guys. These are all beautiful charts to keep an eye on. And we have the balance price, the Bitcoin price, the CVDD, terminal price, top cap, delta top. Every time we come near these bottom lines, has been amazing moments to buy into Bitcoin. It has been amazing moments to buy into Bitcoin. It has been there. All of those moments were amazing moments. So why would this not be an amazing moment? I don't understand why people are in doubt. I think people are greedy. I think people are too greedy. I think people want to catch, bam, the perfect bottom. You won't be able to catch the perfect bottom. Surprise! It's difficult. It's difficult to catch a perfect bottom, guys. And it's also difficult to get out in the perfect top. But be aware that you could be dollar cost averaging into that bottom and into that top. That's the only thing I want to tell you. We have to wait till 2000, could be 2024, and there will be the start of the halving again, I think March. But there is also an option, in my opinion, guys, that we could go massively up in the next year. Just an unexpected thing that nobody expects because everybody is expecting the same. But just imagine, because we all expect 15K, 12K, or you expect, I don't expect that. But what if we just turn around in 2023, have one huge bull run in the beginning of the end of this year, beginning of 2020, one more time above the 100K levels or whatever, and then crash down and have a long bear market again of like 2 years, 3 years, till 25, 26, till we even come up in a new bull run. All possibilities. That's why at the moment the best thing you could do is dollar cost average into Bitcoin. If you want to see how that works, let me pop up a beautiful screen about that. While I'm doing that, you should be scanning this one, or should be at the moment, clicking the links down below the video, because yeah, you want to be part of the Bybit team, because Max Verstappen is the best, is the world champion, and only the world champion companies also sponsor Max Verstappen, and that at the moment just is Bybit, and they get a huge bonus up to 4,000 US dollar. But let me show you this chart over here, which is also really cool. Bam, here. Now, this website. I think you should all take a look at this website, because this website is exactly telling you how dollar cost averaging works. So just give me just an example. For example, every weekend you drink two Bacardis less. Two Bacardi, just two Bacardi Cola less. Those €10 or $10, whatever country you have, you put into Bitcoin every Monday. So you do this weekly. You do this for 4 years, and you started 4 years ago, and and you don't want to compare it to other assets. So that would mean, in total, you look at the left top, you would have invested $2,000 in 4 years' time, which would be worth $7,500, which would be a percentage of profit of 256%, which is around 60% per year. So where do you make 60% per year? Nada. Let's say you're lazy, you don't want to do it weekly. Let's say you do like 500 here in a monthly base every month, and you do that for 4 years. You would have invested 24,000 US dollar, which now would be worth 87, which also is 264% of profit. That's 65% on average every year. And I know that you will be saying, yeah, but that is all past numbers. Yes, it is past numbers, but these numbers, they can also be happening again in the future. Because if I would do like, what is it now, 2022, 6 years, let's say 2017, 2018 was let's say that we do now 6 years, including the bear and bull market of 2016, 17. Then you would have invested 36, you would have 300, which would have been a 700% of profit. So yes, dollar cost averaging work, and you can you can just check it over here, and try these numbers yourself. You can, for very rich people, to make it really cool, let's say we do €50 on a weekly base, and we do it for 4 years, and we did it the last 4 years. Look, these numbers are not lying. These are nice numbers. Now let me know, do you like these numbers? I think you like these numbers. At least, in my opinion, you should be loving those numbers. That's what dollar cost averaging does. You just buy Bitcoin every month, because we can't predict the exact bottom. Angel, thanks for asking. The Kutbrug is still cut, but they are building a new bridge at the moment. So the bridge is being completed. I think in 1 more month it will be finished, and we'll have a new bridge. We still are out of electricity at the bar. That's why we decided to only open in sunny days. It's a little bit cloudy today, because we need to work with a generator on diesel, and it's a shitload of work, and if it's cloudy, people don't come, and then you're like open for 2 people. That's not what we are doing, and I have a little bit of other stuff to do about at the moment. I always have an email. It's my name @gmail.com, guys. So business proposals, just do my email, my private email. I like the bikinis. Yes, I like the bikinis as well, but at the moment there there is no bikinis. We are, as a family at the moment, do we even have viewers at the moment? 72, so we are coming up a little bit. Do you like, can you give me a thumbs up, or like a text message there in the DM that you like it this way of videos as well? I'm not going to do this every day. Just, do you like me to do sometimes a live when I talk about the charts and the indicator and all that stuff, or do you prefer me to do these lives like I always do them with the telephone? Because it's I'm looking into creating a new concept for the bear market, because we will be traveling a little bit more. So during these travels, yeah, I need to have a fixed concept that people understand, and what I do every day. Like, so I'm just gonna mix it up, and then do the lives with with charts and then do the lives with telephone. Our plan at the moment is that we are probably going to move to Thailand somewhere in November. And in November, stay there for 2 3 months, maybe even longer. Depends, of course, on all the situations. If there is lockdowns, then we stay away. And we are looking for flights at the moment. The bar will be closing, I think, end of November, and then the winter season starts. So then it's only opens in the weekends, and then we will open again in the new season, but maybe in a complete different setting or setup than you're expecting. But I can't say too much about that yet. What is my screen? Is it not like? And for the rest, guys, yeah, the family is looking forward to meet all the people again in Thailand, because there's a huge crypto community, as you know. I think we have more than 50 people over there. So we are all gonna meet up again and talk about all the stuff, for the next bull run. Which projects, what kind of things that we want to build. Do these brainstorm sessions. What could be beautiful for the next bull run? What could we do to decentralize the world a little bit more? Yes, I like to do the walk and talks the most as well. So I'm gonna do those again. I just need to figure out to get a better selfie stick again that is less like shaky, because if I do a live walk and talk, then I need to have the face camera at me, and then there's not a good stabilizer in the face camera of the iPhone. If I record a walk and talk without being live, then it is possible, because then I can turn around the telephone, and the front camera has a beautiful stabilizer in it. So I'm looking into all of that, guys. We'll be back. I had a very busy summer with the bar and all the stuff, so I took 6 months, almost now 5 months of my life, to meet all of you at the bar, to spend time with people at the bar, to go for dinner with people at the bar. Every day, just believe me, I receive the same questions at the bar. Every day it is, what do you do? When you did the bull market, or when the bear market? So it was pretty 4 years, pretty hard 4 years. It was 4 months, 4 years. It almost felt like 4 years. It was like 4 years of 4 months of really hard work. As I love to talk, but it takes a lot of energy when you need to talk every day to people, because you are there at the bar, and it's the golden cage. You need to be there because people expect you to be there, and even some people became mad because I wasn't there. So we need to figure out how to uh, conceptualize this in a better way. But maybe it will be a combination with the village guys. So I will come back, but that's why I'm taking a little bit more easy, and that's why I'm not making videos every day at the moment. Um, yeah, just feel like when I feel like doing videos, I do videos. Donate charity, all the yeah, you were also at the bar. I still need to text with you guys because I want to support you. Bacardi Cola does help, but it also makes me fat. Yeah, a gimbal. I have a gimbal. I have a stabilizer stick. I also have this very small camera that I can connect to the iPhone, but I don't know how the if that works with YouTube streaming. So I need to test all of that, guys. Yeah, Verstappen yesterday was really cool, man. It's like, did you see the race, man? He had a pit stop that took 7 times longer than the pit stop should take, so he lost his first position because of that, and then he still wins. This is the most talented racer I've ever seen. Yeah. No, I'm gonna do more lives again in the morning, guys. But the bar is a little bit an issue now with the power, and if we don't have power, we don't have internet. So the lives will be a little bit more again walk and talk. So definitely coming back, but had some busy times. My friends from the Netherlands also leaving home today. They were here for 3 weeks, also visiting. So will become a little bit more time available again for me. I didn't even read the news this morning. Is there like any special news? Maybe let me see if I have news in our VIP channel. Um, in the financial county, yeah, there's a lot of investors, long-term investors, that are now telling us to buy Bitcoin. There's a lot of suits telling us to buy Bitcoin. Um, they all tell us to buy Bitcoin. You know, we are already buying Bitcoins for a long term, and now these suits step in, and these suits they think that they invented Bitcoin. In my opinion, they are taking away Bitcoin from you, from the community, from the people. I think this revolution should be a revolution of the people, not a revolution of the suits. But sadly, a lot of people turned into sheeple in the last couple of years, and they still believe that the suits want the best for them, and that's why they want the suits to buy bitcoins and become filthy rich. And people just prefer to stay poor and listen to their governments and do whatever their governments say and all that stuff. Um, Not my thing, but if it is your thing, if it makes you happy, just keep doing that. Yeah, that's thank you, Angel. For yeah, Angel was also there, and indeed, I take time for everyone, but again, it takes a lot of energy, and yeah, now I feel that the last week, so that I why last week I only made like 3 or 4 videos, so I took it a little bit easy. Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, Dorina. Yeah, Max is like it's different quality, man. It's like unbelievable what this guy can do. I'm a bit late, missed the sign. Yeah, I'm trying to stream for the newcomers. I'm trying to stream through the platform OBS just to check how the camera is, and I just share some charts and all that stuff. So it's really cool. I can share charts and all that stuff with OBS, and I can do crazy cool stuff like bam, force you to see the Bybit referral, and maybe you even click it. Um, so yeah, and I can show the charts while I'm doing the live and answering all your questions. I still need to get used to the because I need to go from OBS to my internet YouTube to see your text and all that stuff. So I still need to get used. Sorry for that, but I'm just testing around with everything. The rest, the weather was really bad here. It was like a rainy, cloudy week. It should be better from tomorrow on again. Very good question over there, Dominique. The talk in Portugal these days on crypto taxation. Yeah, it was in the news, and the proposal that was made was 28%. That proposal still needs to be agreed on, and if they agree on it, I just did a very cool interview with it's a cool story. By the way, I was in the Bam Bam Beach bar, and our coffee machine broke down as well in this week. It's beautiful, and two guys come into the bar, and they are like espresso. I said, sorry, the coffee machine is broken. I can't serve any coffee at the moment. They are like, no, 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 we're from espresso. I said, no, I said, you don't understand. I cannot. I cannot give coffee. There is no coffee. The coffee machine is broken. So I thought they didn't understand English. And then they said, no, no, no. Wait, I will talk slowly for you. He said, we are from the newspaper Expresso. So apparently there is a huge newspaper in Portugal. It's called Expresso. I didn't know that. And they want to do an interview. So I did the interview, and the interview was really cool. But in that interview, I gave them also my opinion about the 28% tax rule, because somebody was asking about the tax situation. So I will do it now in this video as well. I will be very clear on this. In my opinion, this tax rule will never apply to me. It will apply again to the Portuguese people that already have a lot of difficulties with living because Portugal is one of the poorer countries of Europe when it comes to Portuguese people and salaries and all that stuff. So now they implement the tax rule of 28%. So who do you think is going to pay those 28%? Like, if you buy with a Portuguese bank account in a Portuguese exchange, you're like, it's very transparent that you bought and that you need to pay tax, you know? So the Portuguese people, they are fully integrated in the tax system. The tax system can see if they buy and sell. That's easy. Now, take for example me. I'm not a Portuguese person. I'm a citizen here that has the residence. I have an NHR, which gives me and allows me to not pay tax for the next 10 years. And plus, if I would be a real Bitcoiner, I would not be using a bank account to buy Bitcoins. I would buy OTC and probably buy Bitcoins on a non-Portugal exchange, probably on Bybit or any other exchange. So those bitcoins would not be able to be very transparent for the Portuguese government to tax me. So as a Bitcoiner, or maybe we also have some Pali Bitcoiners, let's call them shitcoiners just to be fun. Because if you have a bank account, you're a shitcoiner. That's what I mean, of course. I'm not talking about cryptocurrency, I'm talking about euros. If you have a bank account, you're the biggest shitcoiner there is. Because that doesn't have any tokenomics. It's being printed out of thin air. There's nothing backing it up, and there's no tokenomics behind it, and you still believe it massively. So that's the biggest shitcoin there, the euro. But let's say you're a Bitcoiner in Europe, a European Bitcoiner living in Portugal, with a bank account, and you want to buy bitcoins with that bank account. That would probably be a Revolut bank account or some international bank account. Even then, if you buy your bitcoins with Revolut or any international bank account or on Bybit, the non-KYC, how will the Portuguese tax company tax you? I think it's like literally impossible, because I've been to the tax company here, and the tax company is not like, yeah, it's just not evolved like, for example, a tax company in the Netherlands. So I don't think there will be a big issue, but that is my opinion. Okay, let's continue to the next questions. VPN, I always use VPN Express, guys. So that's the one I'm using. The number of viewers only 87. Like, it's really bear market, huh? Camping power supplies. Yeah, we're all looking into that. But it's also good to take some time and sit somewhere else instead of the beach. I think Alfred, I think we will go sideways for some more. I don't think we will. I'm not the believer. There's two camps in crypto. One camp is saying we go to 12 to 15K, we drop. And one camp is saying no, we already saw the bottom and we will be sidewaying and then go up slowly again and build up. So I'm in that camp. I don't see us like massively dropping another 50% to 10K, 12K. I just don't see that happening, as the charts, TA, shows me that the bottom is in and we won't see that happening. If we would break the complete history of Bitcoin, the whole model that we have in Bitcoin, if we would break that, then yes, we could fall to those levels. Does that mean that in a very bad black swan event we can't see a wick bam down to 15K? Yes, of course we can. Of course, when they announce that we will delete, or there will be another war, or they will raise another points in interest in the Fed, and of course we could see this wick, but that's like, it will bounce, it will come back. We could also see the opposite. We could also see that some cash will be taken and some banks accounts will be frozen from people, and then what if that happens because of the wars? Bank accounts get frozen. Do people then still trust the banks? Are they going to sell their fiat into Bitcoin massively, very quickly? There are so many possibilities. That's why at the moment, in this phase of the market, I would be dollar cost averaging. So, Dorina, don't worry, we are 10 people watching it now, so actually one on the way. Thank you. Oh, that's a good joke. Let's see, what do we have more? Yeah, we are many charts are showing. I can show you some more charts, guys, that show me that we have seen the bottom. Let me see. Where do I switch in OBS? I do this one on, this one gone. Yeah, for example here. Look. Let's go here. What if this one is going to happen? This could also be a pattern that we could see happening at the moment. This is 2017, 2018. When we saw this sideways level, this huge drop, in the huge drop forming this pattern where we break out in the yellow circle, and then we have that short run from 3 to 14K. So what if we have the same model sideways over here? Number one, huge drop over there, same pattern, yellow. What if we do this short run up to 50K, 40K? That is a possibility. If we zoom out, then we can see that this cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 3 and 4, every time when we hit those dotted lines on the bottom, there will be a reversal. Or we go along with a dotted line, or we have a small pump, or we keep growing slowly into the next. In my opinion, this dollar cost averaging at the moment is the safest way, because then you would also be buying if we fall. But if it would fall in a complete different way, like if we would do this, what people now say, we are here, then we will make a line all the way to, let's say, there, then this whole pattern is like invalidated, and the line would be becoming like shit. It doesn't look any cool anymore. That's how I say it. So, that's so clear that so many indicators tell us this. Net realized profit and losses, you can see that as well. Mostly when we see this purple area down below that dotted black line, that is a bear market sideways movement. It's like dollar cost averaging, accumulation phase. In these accumulation phases, you dollar cost average. In this accumulation phase, you should have dollar cost average. That would have been buying at 6K, 5K, 4K, 3K, 4K, 5K, and then run that bull run up to 70K. You look at that purple area. This is again a distribution, or an accumulation phase where you should be buying into Bitcoin, dollar cost averaging. You will be buying in 90K, 80K, 70K. If you think 15 and 12K as well, maybe also at 20K, 21K, but into that next bull run that will maybe go to 80, 100, 120, 140. So the market keeps moving like that. It always keeps moving like that. So even here, the short-term holder, long-term, I've seen that many times now, that chart. This is an older chart, guys, but we already crossed. So when we cross, the bottom is mostly in. So I believe that the bottom could already be massively in. And there's so many cool charts. I think we have a new all-time highs of the most hodled coins. We even have the stock-to-flow model that's becoming dark bluish like here. We are seeing that now at the moment as well. So cool chart by Kelly Kelham. So many charts show me that we are experiencing the same phase that we have in the past, near the bottom or in the bottom. So why wouldn't that happen again? Why wouldn't it happen this move all the way to 2020 June? Why couldn't that happen? It can. It happened here, it happened here, it happened here, it happened in these small parts over there, over there, over there, because this pattern is coming back every time again. Why wouldn't this be the same pattern? That would be a breakout to these levels again, and it could take a couple of months. It's all possible, and that's why I say dollar cost averaging is very safe at the moment. Bear markets, to talk about bear markets here, you see the peak, bear market. You see the peak, bear market. The black line is the price, the peak, that is telling us bear market. Bear market. You see? We start to peak again. Bear market bottom. Many charts. More and more charts. Even here. Yes, perfect moments to sell. Perfect moment to sell. Perfect moment to sell. Buy. 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 That's why I am focused mainly on all these charts of the history, and that's how I try to back into the screen, analyze the market. Okay, wow, I wasn't reading the comments, I was just talking again. Sorry for that. No, I don't know, they are building a house or something here, so that's why it's a little bit noise. Sorry for that. Again, it's just a test. The test is doing fine. We have 101 viewers. I'm testing OBS. It works. Okay, I will read some questions. OTC. OTC, you and me. Angel. OTC means that you and me are friends and we sell and buy Bitcoins from each other. So you give me cash, I give you BTC. I give you BTC, you give me cash. Or I give you cash, you give me BTC. So peer-to-peer exchanging of value, which is now possible without banks because Bitcoin is completely decentralized. So we could exchange Bitcoins and cash with each other. And this is what they call OTC, over the counter, not XRP. That's like terrible, in my opinion. Sane strength depends on some weeks we had 26% of the people paying with Bitcoins. In average, I think if I need to do the recalculation, I think an average between the 13 and the 16% paid with Bitcoin. So that's amazingly high for above my expectations, because I thought like maybe 3, 4, 5% would pay. It's more around 15% in average that paid with Bitcoin, which I really love. Yes, Peter. Yes, 12K. Good morning, Carl Haig. Good morning. Nah, they were drilling. Sorry for that. They were drilling, Richard. In the UK by 2030. At 2030, Bitcoin will be between 600 and 1.2 million per Bitcoin, in my opinion. So depends on your lifestyle. I know people that have lived their whole life with less than 600,000 US dollar, so that would mean one Bitcoin. And I know people that need $600,000 every month, though they need a Bitcoin a month. So that completely depends on how you live. Um, the money supply, that's a good one. Yes, we had an 80% drop from the highs. Also, if you look at the Fibonacci levels, we even fell deeper than the previous bear markets. Percentage wise, yes, last bear market we fell 84% and now only 72. But if you look at Fibonacci levels, we fell deeper in Fibonacci retracement levels than in the previous market. So that could also be a bottom over there. Check the chart. I check that chart. Thanks, Peter. Hi, Didi. What's up with the Bitcoin Hotel Mahawal? That one is on a pause. I'm doing this with Bruno Ver together, but he's really busy with Niftify and everything. So we tried to raise capital as a group. It's like everybody bought one room, and there was a lot of issues in the Telegram group, a lot of complaints, and we need to have securities. We want to have this, and we want to have that, and we want to have that, this, and we want to have this, like that shit. You need to understand that this Bitcoiner, for example, or maybe Bruno the Bitcoiner, um, we don't need to work anymore. We are settled. We could be doing nothing every day, just sitting on the beach or walking beautiful stuff or spending time more with my family. But we choose to educate people and to try to decentralize the world because we want to leave behind a better world for the kids. So we are focusing on creating beautiful things that we then can give to the community. So we decentralize the world as a community. Now, every time when you do something like that, the community is like nagging about like this and about that, and the color of the flag is not good at the bar, and the drinks are not good, and we should have toasties and this and that. The hotel was the same. Everybody's complaining. We need securities. We need this. We need that. No, it's a revolution. Fuck the rules. Fuck this. Fuck that. Just join and build. So if we don't get the community involved, then we do it ourselves. So I think Bruno is already the land is already bought. So there is going to be an hotel next year. It's going to be built, and at the end there will be Bitcoin logos. There will Bitcoin acceptance, but it will not be a community project because that's like taking months to even get the community on the same line to get things done. So then you skip that and you just start to build and you start to do it yourself, and then you see at the end if people want to buy a room. So yes, there will be a Bitcoin hotel. And it will be in Mexico, and only it will be less community driven because yeah, the community is Zijkteveel. That's what we say in Dutch. um, okay, Mexico in Bitcoin to 1 zillion. That would be beautiful. And an auto. Okay, perfect. Hi Didi. Hi Christine from Albufeira. Yeah, merch store. I want to. Yes, we have a merch store. It's called. Yeah, oh, Trev. Oh my god, I can't even type anymore. Here you will find. Didi. Here you will find all the merch. Familytravel.com shop. Yeah, there you will find all the cool T-shirts. No, it's not only women. It's. I can't put the sound louder, guys. It's on maximum volume. I can't figure out why that is, but I could lose the mic, and then maybe the volume becomes harder, or I need to put it around. It doesn't work as well. I will buy a mic somewhere, and then the sound will be better. Okay. Now, any other questions? Long time no see. Yes, I was taking some time for myself, but like we're talking about a week, if that is a long time. I don't have any other stuff, guys. I think it was a very good test. We had 100 people in. I think you were able to see everything, the charts, the beautiful links. I love it. Now I can put just links in there, like, damn, there's my link. um, so, if there is any, if there aren't any other questions, yeah, what was now your favorite? My favorite word in German. Do I have a favorite word in Germany? Schmetterling. Schmetterling. When the docu? Good question. So there is now two documentaries. One documentary I recorded together with Bruno and Nico, two Belgium guys. It's a Belgium documentary. That Belgium documentary will go live the end of this year. That is really cool. I think that's Dutch spoken, so that's really cool. Then there's another documentary that I recorded with a big American company. In that documentary, there will be Michael Saylor and a shitload of other Bitcoiners. Um, I think that one will be going live next year or something. And then we are still filming our own documentary already for 2 years almost now. And that will continue another I don't know, 6 to 8 months, and then I think the focus should be next year, 2023, like December or 2024 March, in that period, like just perfect timing with the halving. When people get excited again, then the documentary needs to be out. Krankenwagen is also a beautiful German word, yeah, yeah. Caro B. Do you have a safety protocol for your hardware wallets? Yes, I have a lot of safety protocols, and if I would die, my wife has all the safety protocols. If we all die, nobody gets the money. There was a shit. If we all die, we are contributing to Bitcoin being less Bitcoin being available, like 6,000 less Bitcoin. No, 6,000. If I had 6,000 Bitcoin, my God, I would build so many schools and do so much charity. Which price do you expect within this week? Christine, I don't expect prices. Like I said, I check charts and I look at the charts, and those charts tell me where we could go or where we won't go. So if I look at this chart over here, then the levels that we can expecting at the moment are these levels: 0.786, 19,558. If we drop, we could also expect these levels of 90,200, but this is like the 15-minute chart. If you look at the weekly chart, I'm going to share that one with you guys. Here, the weekly, yes, leave this page. So in the weekly chart, we can see that we close above the dotted line. And that dotted line is pretty important line, because that is the trend line as support resistance. Look, you draw the line here from the top, and then you can see that there is a lot of touches into that line. Like, we touch the line, we touch the line, it's resistance over there. Then when we break it, the line becomes support over here. Then we break it down again, it becomes resistance. You see, every time we can't break it. Here again we try it, we can't break it. Here we tried it again, we couldn't break it, we stay down below the line. Now if you zoom into now, I'm talking weekly, this is the weekly time frame, we can see that we closed this candle here above that line. And now this candle needs to stay above the line or retest the line and then pump it from there. And that would be a very bullish move. And if we look back in history, then that move has happened before, when we had this huge green area in the Puel multiple. So if we look back at this period over here, for example, here, look, these are these moments at the lines, like if you pull it through like this, for example, not completely precise, I'm just trying to find some lines. We have resistance, we have support, then we break it, becomes resistance, and the moment, just to show you, the moment that we broke that line over here, you see, we tried, and then we broke it, Again, the line is not perfect, just through it very quickly. We broke it when the bottom here was completely green, you see? And then when we broke it, we had that short pump, 3K to 14K. It's short, but it's like 4 times. Now, we see the same thing again. We are breaking the line, a lot of green, so it could be that move if you look on the weekly. So I'm very positive. I'm not expecting any strange, huge crashes at the moment. It doesn't say it's gonna happen, not gonna happen, because I'm not, you know, I'm not the only one that does TAM. 21K, then 15K, yeah, good. Jim, all doing good. He's also taking a little bit more. The bar was a very intensive period of 4 months. Jim and I have never worked together before. It was the first time ever. We didn't even see each other for a couple of years. And then, out of nothing, you start a bar in the middle of the high season, July, which is already high season. You don't have any time to prepare. And then you think we do it relaxed, but then the bar becomes really popular and everybody runs for the Bitcoin bar and the news articles coming in, bam, 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 bam. That's why it's called Bam Bam. So it was an intensive 4 months. Also, for me with the people, but also for me with Bitcoin, with Jim, getting in the same line and being an entrepreneur together, but also realized again by owning physical companies in the physical world of retarded, centralized bankers, wankers, and governments, you get caught again in this golden cage, and that means that if you own a bar, you have influence from the government, influence from the police, influence from the marine, from the army, influence from the lifeguard people. There's a lot of factors that have grip on your bar, and that in the last 4 months I experienced a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. I learned a lot from the beautiful Bam Bam bar experiment, and you take that knowledge and you soak it up, and then you take a break in Thailand, and then you make your new plan. How do you do it now better, stronger, faster, and all that stuff? That was from the song. I don't know. There was a Michael Saylor song. Brittany, how was she called again? Also, Bull Run hit. So, um, that was 92 viewers at the moment, and we have been live. I can't even see for how long. Can you see how long? It's not even showing anywhere. Ah, that's strange. 53 minutes. So that's a beautiful moment, guys, to say thank you for helping me to understand how OBS works. Thank you for listening and showing me thumbs up for the sound and all stuff. So this is another way that I can do some more lives, also on the beach. But then at least at that point I can show you the charts instead of showing the telephone a little bit like Didi. I want to do a little bit more professional. So is the image more clear or less clear? That's the only thing I want to know. Like normally the telephone, the iPhone has like 4K image. I don't even know if this laptop has 4K. So is it clear? That's the last question. I hope you can help me with that one. And indeed, pound the like button. 85 likes, 92 viewers. I love my viewers. Everybody is giving a like. Some more adult sites. If somebody wants to jerk off, then yeah, you use those adult sites. Jesus. Yeah, he's gone. 460. Clear. Okay. So maybe Ramon, you can put it higher because it's showing HD on my side. Okay, I will look into it. Thank you again for hanging in there, watching it, and hope you enjoyed the charts, all the other information. Hope you enjoyed the chat. Let's chat again later. The cool stuff is I can do chat here now as well. Okay, thank you, Peter. I'm gonna check Discord. I wish you an amazing day, guys. Amazing Monday. I will be back again next tomorrow, probably with a TA video or a live or maybe a walk and talk. I will do some more walk and talks probably because I want to get fit. My double chin needs to disappear, and it will not happen with cream, but by by walking a bit more. When I walk, I can talk a little bit more as well. I like to walk and talk. 55 minutes. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up. Share with your friends and family. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Leave a comment. Where am I in this screen? And thank you again for helping me with setting up all that OBS stuff. Wish you an amazing Monday and see you tomorrow again. Let's end with a beautiful collective bang.